We think big. It's your girl Cosmic back with another one. Okay, so this is an urgent message because I really think that we really need to start talking about this. It's really um, crazy that domestic violence is at an all-time high. The reason why I got on this live is because we're probably gonna walk past it. We're gonna probably walk past it, but there's this dude and he trying to act like he ain't doing nothing, and we might see. Just hold on. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I told y'all about how thick the spiritual warfare is in Atlanta, Georgia, and that there's just a lot of negativity in the air in Atlanta. And then I also woke up to this white lady who yesterday got murdered by her husband, and the only reason why he went to jail was because she had wrote a letter to herself, would he kill me? And basically he already had issues. His own father said that his son had threatened to kill them when he was younger, which somebody had told me that white people get their kids off. Not all, most of the time they really don't. Sometimes yeah, because it's their kid, but most of the time, if you really pay attention to psychology and murders and stuff like I do, white people really will tell on their kids. They don't really deal with all that degenerate behavior. That's the whole reason why their community thrives, because they don't tolerate it. Um, so yeah. So basically, the lady was um, I don't remember how many months along she was, but she was pregnant, and he was going through something, and he had taken meds. He's been abusive to her in the past. Everybody, you know, everybody suspected he did it, but he wasn't. For some reason, the judge really wasn't trying to convict him. And the only thing that got her justice was the fact that she had left a letter in her van talking about his behavior of yelling at her and beating her and having that one-sided conversations that abusers like to have, and and that she wondered if she should be you know she wondered if she should be laying next to him at night. So he strangled her, lied about it on the phone, and then later on he admitted he did it. He went to jail. Basically, he's going to jail for life. All right. So then I come out. I told y'all I met a lady. I was just walking to her. Car's not there, so I don't know where she's at. But she's an older lady, and she said that her dude was hitting her. And I told her that if she's still connected to him, that I'm not gonna be able to do much with her, because I just don't. I'm trying to disconnect myself from men right now. Like, I don't want men involved in my plot unless they're helping me get on my way. That's the only way I'm trying to be close to a man. No, sorry, I'm sweating. It's hot. It's getting hot fast. Um, But the only way I'm getting connected to a man is if we're doing business, and you're not going in my house, I'm not going in your house. We're not playing right now, because there's just something in the air in all spectrums of life. That's why you have to have spiritual discernment right now. You can go ahead and think that spirituality. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about having intuition and having a heightened sense, because there's so much evil lurking that you gonna be a hashtag if you can't feel when a situation weird, like I said in Atlanta. I'm talking about the Atlanta, the TV show, like how the black boys was so intuitive that they always felt when something went right. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole plot of the episodes of each episode, was that they had a heightened sense of what was around them. That's what kept them alive and out of trouble. So you can go ahead and act like having discernment and not being spiritually inclined to a certain extent doesn't keep you alive. But anyways, um Yeah, domestic violence is at an all-time high for all races. And we're about to walk past. You're gonna see. I think you're gonna see. But he act real sus. He's not. He's not black. I don't. I can't tell what race he is. But he got her. He got his car pulled up. Y'all tell me if y'all can see. I ain't scared of this nigga. So he got his car real pulled up on her car, and he's been outside. See, it was already, it woke me up, and it was just, everything was just falling in line spiritually. He woke me up because not a lot of the times where I hear people talking outside my apartment, so somebody was kind of talking kind of loud, and I was like, huh. So I kind of like, I started to listen closely because I was trying to see if somebody was arguing, and I mean, something about the conversation just kind of felt intense. So I go outside to go get some water, and there's this dude, I don't know what race he is, but he got his car blocked off. He seems to be blocking her car with his car, and she's inside the car, and she got the window up, and he trying to talk to her through the window. So I'm looking him dead in his face, I'm like he was like, hey, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, something ain't right, nigga. You looking real sus. So we about to walk past him. I'm not trying to alarm him. So, but that's just really, I really think that domestic violence is truly an urgent message that we need to take seriously. It's not fair to be a woman behind closed doors getting your ass beat. And like, for real, it really is, it's something in the air, something in the water. Like, women, you need to disconnect yourself. It's 2022. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yep, he's still right there. He in it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Says, but she's still in the car. Um, yeah, he trying to act like ain't shit happening, and I'm looking at him to his face. So, I mean, look, that's his car right there. And look, see, and she in the car, and it don't seem. I don't know, something. You see him? Like, y'all, for real, domestic violence is running rampant, okay? Something ain't right over there. I really want to ask him, is everything okay? But, I don't know, like, I don't got my gun no more. I lost my gun in the pond, so I don't want to play with it. I really don't, but I'm just saying, y'all, domestic violence is really at an all-time high for all races of women because of the economy changing. And that work. It might for some of us, you know what I'm saying? Like, some men have emotional intelligence enough to kind of like not play the role of the woman, but sometimes take care of the kids, or sometimes not make as much as the woman, and things of that nature. But that's rare, okay? Like, let me tell you, it is rare that a man is okay with his woman making more than him. It is rare that a man want to stay home and watch the kids. It's rare because it's just not appropriate. It's just not appropriate to how we're wired, and we need to accept that. That is a thing that the reason why there are roles is because we are made in America, especially. They're taught to be quiet and not really, really, a man should be able to express his woes, but if they feel weak when they do so, they usually turn to substance abuse and suppressing their emotions, and they snap. And I really think that's what's going on. And I just really don't understand why there aren't more people wanting to talk about this right now. And it is bothersome to me because it really is not fair getting your ass beat behind closed doors when you're a woman. And I think women don't like to tell on their partners because domestic violence is complicating, whether you understand that or not. You know what I'm saying? My baby daddy's mom was like, I ain't never experienced that. Well, good for you, but I am with your son. So you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, especially in the black community, you know, the black community is so ass backwards, they'll blame the woman and the man gets off scot free. And I demand justice. That's why I keep venting. I'm venting it out because it's really such an injustice. But it's a little different with white women. White women have a different thought process culturally. And sometimes white women get, and women in general, get so embarrassed by the fact that they're in the domestic violence relationship, which I think any woman would be embarrassed to be having sex with someone who's beating your ass and actually in love with them at the same time. So this lady that I was just told you about, where she knew for a minute that he was a killer and ended up succumbing to her fate. I think the thought process behind a domestic violence victim is that they're just totally embarrassed to tell anybody, on top of not really wanting to deal with the law. Like, court and all that stuff is a really stressful process. I mean, you know, and it's embarrassing. And when you have court, you in a room full of people who's judging you. So I think that they tend to just feel stuck because of all the things you got to go to get out of it, especially when you have kids. So, you know, I really think it's crazy. It's been kind of real. It's been real crazy in these apartment complexes. That's why I'm getting the help on. I'd rather be moving around and undetected than in one place in a situation where people are getting killed down the way. And I keep seeing people get evicted, and I keep seeing domestic violence. Like the other day, there was a woman running into the leasing office talking about, he trying to punch me, he trying to hit me. He ain't got no clothes on, he bleeding. I'm trying to calm him down because I'm just like in the middle of it because I'm trying to talk to the leasing office about my shit. And it's really just too common right now for there not to be an I don't want to use the word outrage. It's not about being outraged. It's more so about being empowered. Like, empower yourself and the women around you to just get up and go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God has kind of been having me tread lightly because I made this sign right here, you know, domestic violence awareness, but God said just tread lightly with that. Like, I'm gonna make another sign that isn't so obvious because it's dangerous for me to just be there. If there's a bunch of goddamn domestic violence people coming out of this apartment and then the abuser sees that, somebody can get abused at that or I could get abused. So I'm kind of trying to use discernment because I want to bring awareness, but I'm too alone to put myself out there like that. So I'm going to start setting stuff outside in a second. And I don't know, I'm just going to be a bit more, you know, maybe I'll just say I'm getting evicted because I am. Well, not yet. I'm waiting for assistance, but I'm still leaving. Like, they told me I can break the lease if I have a police report for domestic violence, which I do. So, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's really deep. And then especially when you're in the black community, when shit is ass backwards, when you getting blamed for a nigga yelling at you, and then you get blamed for reacting, because that's all I've ever done. Like, yeah, I put my hands on my baby daddy, but that's because he threatening me with yelling, and he would, you know, be a more abusive and manipulative and say that ain't the same as you know, putting you know, your hands on me, which is a gaslighting tactic. Anybody who is yelling in somebody's face is going to try to leave. You know what I'm saying? Or try to, because I would try to, back in the day, I would try to leave when he was yelling in my face. That would frustrate him even more. So at a point, I was just defending myself. And then, you know, his mom come and rescue him. So it's really hard to get somebody on your side when you're a black woman for sure. So I really suggest black women, especially if you know you ain't got a man of God, I think you should tread lightly. Oh yeah, so I'm about to call this dude back. Dang, I wish I wasn't on this phone. Dang. Because I want to call him back so y'all can hear the same redundant conversations that black men be having. Hold on, I'm trying to read what Armageddon just said. Um, I mean, I don't really think like that. I mean, maybe I don't understand what you're saying, but that last part about most people are evil, I don't think most people are evil. I don't like to operate like that. I think everybody has evil sides, but I don't think most people are evil now. That's not how I think, but I don't understand what you mean about the role reversal thing. I don't understand. But no, I don't think that most people are evil. I've met a lot of people, and most of them helped me. I think we all got our evil ways as human nature, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I get what you're saying. Right. I mean, I get what you're saying. I still don't think that most people are evil. I think that most people are test dummies, to be honest. Most people don't are very basic in the mind, and don't have no depth. So yeah, people who are basic in the mind are easy to control. So it's easy to have an evil empire when most people can't think for themselves. So yeah, that makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't think most people are evil. I think most people are retarded, dumb, slow. Um, but oh yeah, so I was supposed to be calling this dude back so y'all can hear the same basic. Like I said, I don't think people are evil more than they are um dumb. Yeah, to be honest, just dumb. Um, so, man, maybe I'll just call him from my other phone because I usually do my lives on my Android because I really want y'all to hear the same redundant conversation with black men and why you cannot. As soon as they have the same redundant, there's a whole dude. I think I remember who is. I do leave the door open. That was one of the things not to do with my baby daddy because he would just enter like what the fuck. That used to always alarm me. Like, what the hell? But either way, that's not I'm on. I'm on stop. Like, I don't like to think like everybody's evil. I think people are dumb. Period. That's just it. Like, I'm not here for fear mongering shit because I'm fine. I'm covered in the blood. But let's see. I'm not gonna be able to call him. Maybe I get off the line and get back on this phone so y'all can hear this damn conversation. Or maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. But yeah, he already hit me up talking about, so can I come over your house and or you can come over mine? No, no, no. And honestly, I don't know what I want to do. Because I need a ride, so I need a ride somewhere. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just like stuff like that really already irks me. Like, I'm not trying to go to your house and none of that. No. Stop asking that. So I just wanted to bring domestic violence awareness because I think it's really getting thick. I think it's a problem in plain sight. Like, let's see if they've been out there for it. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't understand why nobody. See, that's another thing that's scary about society is like nobody is spiritually reading the fact that something seems suspicious right here. Like for real, it seems suspicious. It don't seem like they've been out here for a long ass time. She not getting his his car is like super close to her car, blocking her car from getting anywhere. She's in the car with the windows rolled up. It's hot as hell. So I'm just like, these things you can analyze if you have any type of discernment, any type of spiritual discernment. You should be able to see that something's wrong right here. There's something wrong right there. Something. I feel like I want to call the police, but I also don't know what to do in these situations because we done normalized getting our ass beat behind closed doors and nobody's saying nothing. Everybody just like, well, I don't want to get involved. And sometimes it is the smartest thing to do is not get involved because get involved now, especially if you ain't thugging. Hold on. Let's see. I mean, I agree with Armageddon. Look, I agree. I agree with that. I get what you're saying, and I can agree with that. Yeah. I mean, but I'm not worried about it. That's why you got to be covered. You got to be covered. Yeah, right, exactly. That's why you got to be covered because it is an unnatural amount of evil, which ignorance is evil. So I guess I get what you're saying, but yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. Like, because ignorance is evil. It says that in the Bible. Yeah, because you're easily controlled to be evil. So ignorance is evil, and God is coming. God is really here. It's already happening. That's why I'm just like trying to get my kids out the way and then get my life together and move immediately. For real, I'm trying to move immediately because I got a bigger purpose than sitting up in Atlanta, Georgia, get my ass beat behind closed doors while everybody act like he ain't doing that. Like, no, not happening. And like I said, I just think men are going through mental crisis due to role reversal. Like, that's why sis don't deal with a man that really don't make more than you. I mean, of course you gotta discern them. Some men can handle that, but if you make significantly more than him to where he can't feel like he can provide for you and he feels like he can't protect you, he gonna either cheat. It's just gonna end up like you gotta be equally yoked. You know, you can force that all you want to, but natural law is natural law. And I think a lot of men, I think women are thriving when it comes to money these days because all we got to do is get on the internet and talk to people and we making money. And not a lot of men can do that easy. So I really think we in some strange days.